Alright, welcome back everybody. On this video series here, primitive traps, we're going to show you step by step on these primitive traps how to set and successfully use them. Right off the bat, we're going to do the Ojibwe Bird Trap. It's been used for thousands of years by the natives, and I'll show you how to do that. First thing you need to do is collect a stick about 6 foot in length, whittle one end. That's going to be the end that goes into the ground. Whittle to the point. Next end, whittle to a wedge. Use your knife, put a hole clean through that. Okay, so it's going to set just like this right here. You want this to be sturdy into the ground, just like that. Next thing I want to do is I want to build a perch to go from there to there. I'm going to take a nice stick, cut it down just like that right there. Once my perch is cut, I just whittle my end down so to accommodate my hole right here. I'll take that, I will set that right there. Okay, next thing I want to do is I want to take my cordage. I want to run my cordage through the hole. Once my cordage is through my hole, I make sure that passes through freely. Next thing I'm going to do is make a loop in the end of my rope, or the end of my cordage. Like so. Just like that right there. Just a loop. Next up, after my loop's there, I'll take the long side of my cord, slip it right through the loop like that. That way you want that to be able to slide freely, just like that. Okay, I'll take my perch that I made. I'm going to stick that up here. I'm going to make my, just like that, my looper just like that, my noose. I want to go about 1 inch from the end. Once I've got my desired length, I'm going to go about 1 inch from the end of where that meets up, and I'm going to tie an overhand knot. Okay, my loop's in, my overhand knot's in, my perch is made. That knot's going to slide right up to my perch. Right before it starts going in the hole, it's going to stop right there. Just enough to hold that. Okay, drape your string on both sides, let them hang down below your perch. Birds like to set, when they roost or perch, they wrap their feet around that. So if your string's up high, they'll wrap the string up, trap ineffective. String down low, bird lands, wraps his foot, trap effective. If you notice, I'm pulling a little pressure on here. That overhand knot we tied, it slips up against this. The pressure over here is what keeps this in place. Next thing I'm going to do is make a weight for this side. Okay, for the weight on this side, I'm just going to use cut off that sapling. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut a notch up high. And that's going to accommodate my string right there. So I'll just start by doing that. Got my notch cut all the way around the end of that. That's going to accommodate my string. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to secure my string to my weight. Okay, so I've got my cordage secured to my weight. Thing about the weight is you don't want to make it too heavy. You want to make it almost the weight of the bird that you're after. Because what's going to happen is if it's just too heavy, you get a small bird on here, you're going to cut his feet off. Away he goes. He's free to go. So the way this trap works, bird comes in, he's going to roost right here on this little perch here. So what's going to happen is he's going to put a little weight on there. When he does, that's going to release. There you go. You'll have him. He'll be pulled right there. He's not going nowhere. So once you've set that trap, you can just reset it over and over and over, time and time again. There you go. Pull the knot to that. That holds it all in place right there. That secures it. Your weight secures it. Reset your noose. Just like that. Bird lands. Got him. He'll be right there. He'll be right there. He's not going nowhere. So there you have it, Ojibwe Bird Trap. If you like our videos, like, share, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Mickey Wilson Bushcraft and Survival. Till the next one, that's it for this.